Nothing has been paid since March.
Right. No, I mean, this is a very difficult situation. All right, Redford West, Jacqueline Baker. I received a note from her daughter, Michelle Baker. It seems like Miss Jacqueline Baker has some significant health challenges beyond what we've seen before. So I don't know if she can even make it to the screen, Mr. Spagnola. So I don't know where we stand on all of this. I don't know if you've been in contact with the parties at all. What can you update the court, Mr. Spagnola?
Your Honor, you may or may not recall, but this is either the third or fourth hearing. We were trying to work out a resolution, and at this time, there is none. So my clients advised me to go forward. This is a non-payment of rent case. The rent to retain is $9,899.03. Court cost is $191.93 for a total of $10,090.96, Judge.
Ms. Michelle Baker, obviously you can't act as your mother's attorney, but can you at least provide some update to the court of what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah, my mom was diagnosed with cancer approximately a year ago, and just suddenly over the last few months, she's gotten worse. So she's given about like 3 to 6 months to live. Um, when her rent was not paid back in, I believe it was in March. Um, at that time, she was in the hospital, and my brother was on her account. It was a joint account. He had been paying the rent for her with their money. Um, Although Adult Protective Services gotten involved and a detective, as they found out my brother had taken about $45,000 from my mom within a year or so span. So he was removed from her account by her credit union. She's in the hospital. I have no access to her account, so I couldn't pay for the few months. And when she got out of the hospital, I was explaining to her what's going on with her, with the house being in, that we were being possibly being evicted for non-payment. Um, and then the next thing you know, the court papers had come in the mail, and she was aware of that, and she wanted to make payment arrangements back over a month ago, but she never got a chance to.
So it's my understanding, Mr. Spagnola, who have you been negotiating with in this circumstance? If Miss Jacqueline Baker is, it sounds like not as communicative based on her health situation.
Your Honor, my client has been discussing this with, I believe, her daughter. You may or may not recall, but the first hearing was on June 11th. We had the first hearing. I asked for an adjournment so the parties could continue talking. At the second hearing, you were great. The court was gracious enough to give us a longer adjournment, which is 30 days, which is what we're here today. My client has advised that there's been no payment arrangements made. I can bring my client on and ask him to join us, and if you want to take testimony in that regard, that's fine. But I mean, as disappointing as what it sounds like I hear, I don't hear a legal defense. And my client has advised me that they've been attempting to work this out with Mrs. Baker's daughter, and there's been nothing proposed. And as Ms. Baker's daughter just advised you, the last payment was back in March.
Ms. Baker, is there, I mean, it doesn't seem like, and again, you can't be her attorney. And so I either need to hear from her or a legal representative about whether or not she had any defenses, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like there is rent that is due and owing and has been due and owing for a while. I guess just to find out, would there be a place for her to go if she had to move?
She could go in the care of hospice and be, taken from the home and put in care of hospice. Yeah.
Is that Is that where we're at anyway, Ms. Baker, as far as her health condition, her current health condition? Are we to the stage where hospice would need to be involved anyway?
Um, they are involved. They were just here yesterday, although her wish is to pass it home. So I figured that this is kind of where I'm assuming this is where she's will stay until she passes. That's what I've been told. That pretty much this is where she wants to stay. So, but I mean, if she has to be placed in the care of hospice,
And you don't, and there's nobody associated with her account. There's nobody who's a power of attorney, nobody who is in charge of those things, Ms. Baker?
nope. And I just recently had gotten the power of attorney forms completed by my mother about a week or so ago, and talked to her credit union about it. But they had told me that they would without even seeing the document, they had told me that unless I went and got an attorney and went to court to kind of get it acknowledged, that it would not, the power of attorney, I guess they're saying they couldn't accept it, even though
Okay.
they haven't seen it yet.
And you're indicating to me that Ms. Baker is sleeping now. She's not well enough to appear.
Right. She's right here next to me. Yeah, she's sleeping. She's on a lot of pain medication.
Okay. So, Mr. Spagnola, what's your request today then?
Well, Your Honor, regrettably, I'd like to move for a default judgment. I'll leave it to the court's discretion, Your Honor. I'm sympathetic, I understand, but if the court wants to give some additional time outside the 10 days, I'll leave it to your discretion, Judge. I understand and I appreciate the difficult position you're in.
Mr. Spagnola, you're in I'm sure you're in a bit of a bind. Because you have to obviously accommodate your client's request.
Your Honor, if it would help, if you want to pass, I can try to get my client representative from my client's office on the phone. If that would give you any, I don't know if it would, but any further context or insight as to anything from their perspective. I know that they were attempting to work on this. I got an email from them. It says occupant is on hospice care at home. That they've tried working out a payment plan. I believe with the daughter, and I mean, unfortunately, one payment was made and then it was reversed for insufficient funds, and nothing has been paid since March.
Right. No, I mean, this is a very difficult situation. Yeah, if you would bring your client on, I just would like to get some additional perspective when making a determination, because there is no dispute here. I haven't heard any evidence at all that the rent in any of the hearings. I haven't heard anything from Ms. Baker when she was able to speak with me that suggests that she doesn't believe she owes the money, or she believes that there was something that would justify not paying the rent. I haven't heard that from your mother at all. It just seems like she hasn't paid her rent, and so the court is certainly bound by the fact that if there is no dispute, then the plaintiff is entitled to their judgment. Now, when it can be executed on, when they can actually evict your mom, that is somewhat in my hands. And I would like some feedback, Mr. Spagnola, from your client before I make that determination.
Okay. May I have you pass on us for a moment, Your Honor, and try to get someone zoomed in?
That's fine. I have other matters to do. Don't worry.
Thank you. I appreciate your patience with me, and sorry I didn't have him on here to begin with. I'll be back momentarily.
Thank you. Okay. Who would your client be, Mr. Mr. Spagnola?
It looks like it's Michelle's S25 Ultra. Her last name is Shiftar, Michelle Shiftar.
Okay, case number 25-01258, Redford West versus Baker.
Thank you again, Judge. This is Attorney Paul Spagnola, P number 72366, on behalf of the plaintiff and joined by plaintiff's representative, Michelle Shiftar.
Hello,
Can you say your name,
Yes.
Michelle?
Michelle Shifter.
All right, today's date and time set for a pretrial. I also have, and I just lost her. Is she there? Ms. Baker?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there she is. Okay. All right, so I have Ms. Baker's daughter again. She's not a lawyer. She's not the legal representative. I don't even have a power of attorney, but she has been present at the other hearings and is at least providing the court some information about Ms. Baker's whereabouts, considering she's not here on the Zoom screen. It's my understanding that she, as I have noticed over the last couple of hearings, that she's continued to decline and that she's in hospice care and unable to present herself to the court today. So I just need to confirm a couple things. Michelle, your counsel said that there's been efforts to try to work this out. Is that accurate?
I'm sorry.
With my
Not you, not you, Ms. Baker. The Michelle on the Ultra.
Yeah, sorry about that. Could you repeat? You said that she said.
So it's my understanding, Mr. Spagnola said that there were efforts to try to resolve this that have not been fruitful. Can you bring me up to speed on accommodations or things you've tried to do?
Yes. So as of last year, we had a writ of eviction in April of 2024. And the son called to make arrangements. He paid us $4,000 in April, and then he paid us another $2,000 in June. That caught us up. And then he continued to make payments until December of this year, or excuse me, of 2024, when he said he lost his job. And then we have not had payments since then, no call, no communication until we went for eviction. And then he explained that she was in hospice care. We have extended, this is the third hearing because we did everything we could to push this out, but no one has made any offer to make any payments at all.
In Your Honor, if I may, I was erroneous in my representation to the court. These payments, actually, the last payment, there's been 3 payments that have been NSF chart or returns. So, Frank, I think I represented to the court April. Actually, after I reviewed the ledger more closely, it looks like this goes back to early 2025, late 2024. So there's with 3 payments of $1,800 on February, March, and April, all of which were returned for insufficient funds. So this actually goes back with money owed well before April, Judge.
Okay. This frankly is heartbreaking. Obviously, I don't know what else the landlord can do. I don't have the tenant in front of me, but for good reason, based on her current health status. Obviously, a person can't continue to live in a place for free. That's not fair to the landlord either. And although in a perfect world, Ms. Baker certainly would be able to make her transition in an environment that she's most comfortable with, that just might not simply be possible, which is certainly very, very, very difficult. So your request, Mr. Spagnola, is for judgment?
Yes, Your Honor, with the figures that I shared with you earlier. And again, I would ask, I'll leave it to the court's discretion, but, the statutory, and I don't need to tell you this, you know this, but it would be August 4th.
Okay. All right. And how much is in arrears, so I can put that in the record one more time?
Not a problem, Judge. I'll repeat. Sorry, $9,899.03. Court costs $191.93, And if my arithmetic is correct, that would be $10,090.96, Judge.
Right. And I just want to confirm, Ms. Baker, that your mother's still sleeping, right? She's not able to come, correct?
Right. That's correct. She's right here next to me. But she is sleeping.
Is this a request for possession only or possession and a money judgment on this?
No, forgive me, Your Honor, I didn't tell you. This is just possession. There is no money judgment, flat or paid for.
All right. Okay, the original writ date by law would be August 4th. I understand that the plaintiff may end up frustrated with the court with this, but I'm going to indicate that the writ is to issue August 27th. I think that still will allow them the chance to prepare the property for a rental in a timely fashion to begin renting it out as soon as September. But judgment for the plaintiff, there's no issue of material fact. Possession only, writ to issue August 27th.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I'll submit that through my file. Have a good day, Judge, and thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.